I've been a full-time content creator for over 2 years right now. My life completely changed thanks to Instagram only. Now 90% of my revenues come from Instagram and I'm living a true dream life. And I want to make this video because I hope I'll be able to motivate you to start your dream project. It's going to be a super raw video and I'm going to talk about what has been my journey until today, what my future looks like, and why you're not starting your dream project. You see, I just got back from an absolutely incredible trip in the US, which was sponsored, so I didn't have to pay anything. And I've been staying in this incredible 5-star hotels, going around the Caribbean on a cruise, and I've been asking myself, but like, why not everyone is doing this? It's like, this is truly a dream life. I work with whoever I want, I get paid for traveling, I can buy all the gear that I want, and people usually send me free things. I get treated as a VIP even though I'm not a VIP at all, because usually brands, they want to be shared in the best possible way. And it's been like incredible. Also because in this trip, my cousin, who is a normal employee in Italy, came with me and he was just shocked as well. So it made me feel like, okay, then this is something that anyone could do. And in fact, anyone can actually do this. But then the question is, okay, so how do you get to this point? Where my journey started in 2017 when I moved to Hong Kong. At that time, I didn't have a job, so I needed to find something. I had only 2 months and about 3,000 euros in my pocket, and I needed to survive as long as possible. So obviously, I needed to find a job. I found a job in a gym as a personal trainer because I had the license at the time. I was 19, by the way. And then what happened is that in my free time, I was just making videos for fun using my iPhone 7. I was posting them on Facebook, and then slowly after maybe 10, 15, 20 videos, people and my friends in Hong Kong started noticing it, and they started to ask me to make videos for them, maybe for the gym, maybe for the restaurant. So in my free time, because I kept working as a personal trainer for the whole 3 years of when I stayed in Hong Kong, I started making videos for my friends, and then again posting them on Facebook. Just literally posting them on Facebook. And then at the end of my 3 years, every single day I was on a shoot. So I was working during the day in the gym, then on my free days I was shooting videos, which I absolutely loved. And then when I moved from Hong Kong to London, I started university in London because I didn't have a degree. And then doing university, I had so much free time that I decided to go on social media. And I was like, you know what, I have time, why not? Let me try it. But when I started, trust me, I did not believe that I could make it. I thought that only people with some sort of different talents, or maybe people with money, or people that would be beautiful and handsome could make it on social media. Or maybe just because you were famous, you were on TV. So I started and I told myself that I would do and I would try TikTok for 3 months straight, posting 3 videos a day, no matter what. And this, I think, has been key. I told myself I will give it a time frame and I would not take any sort of decision whether to stop, whether it was not for me, whether I was getting bored, for at least 3 months. 3-month commitment. And that's what I did. I started making TikToks, especially during the lockdown. There was so much free time. We were in the house and I started making tutorials of any kind with what I knew about videography and photography. So you might be asking, wow, 3 videos a day, that's a lot. And yes, it's a lot, but not all the videos were super complicated. Sometimes it would take me 30 minutes to make a video. Depending on what kind of content you'd like to do, what kind of passion, there are ways to make things simpler and make them fast. I kept doing this for 3 months, and then after 2.5 months, nothing was happening. But then slowly I saw that things started picking up. So I decided, you know what, after 3 months, I'm gonna keep going for an extra month. So I decided to go for 4 months. And you won't believe it, but at the end of the 4 months, one video started going crazy viral. It got over, I think, 4 million views in a matter of like 2 days. And then obviously, because when videos started going viral, people started noticing you. So I gained a lot of followers on TikTok, and especially the first brand started reaching out and they sent me a tripod and a lot of other stuff. And for me, it was crazy. I'm like, wow, this brand sent me 500 euros worth of gear completely for free just because I made a viral video on TikTok. And I'm like, this is absolutely insane. I got so motivation inside me that I said, okay, I will never stop. And that's basically what happened. I just kept going. But the problem is that you're gonna reach a point where either you're bored, either you don't feel motivation anymore, either you don't have any more viral videos, and then maybe you decide to stop. But I didn't want to stop because I knew that if this brand sent me 500 euros worth of gear, maybe further down the line I could get money for this as well. So I was finishing university and I kept applying for banking jobs because in my university everybody was talking about banking, and it's like, oh, you need to get into banking, investment banking here, you do a lot of money, you do career. So I started applying for internships, and mate, I think I applied for like 35 or 40 internships and I got probably one single interview, let's call it like that. It was like a group interview online, and then I told myself that this is like absolutely a nightmare because it would take me 3 or 4 hours to make a single application because you need to write a cover letter, and then you need to adapt your CV, and then you need to write your experiences, and then you need to customize it based on the company. You're like, bro, this is absolutely terrible. I felt that I would never get a job in corporate, and that was not my path. So I doubled down on social media. I just literally kept going, and at the end of the day, when I finished university, I started earning money, and I was able already to survive with that amount of money. Obviously, I was not earning a lot, but then I kept going, my numbers kept growing, and then I started earning serious money. And today, I'm earning about 6 or 7 times more what my friends in Italy here are earning. And it's just incredible, not only for the financial side of things, but for the lifestyle that I have. And it's just people look at me and I'm like, oh yeah, you have rich parents, you come from a rich family, your dad gives you money for all the travels, and it's like, absolutely not. My parents actually never gave me any penny, and I had to build everything from scratch. I even paid my own university in London, which is absolutely crazy expensive. Not like the US, but compared to Italy, it's like 10 times more expensive. And then if we combine the fact that I'm my own boss, I can work whenever I want, I can wake up whenever I want. If one day I don't want to work, then I don't work because I decide what I want to do. And then also I do on a daily basis what I truly like, which is basically business side of things. It's editing, it's shooting photos, coming up with ideas, and so many different things. Then all of this is like, it's an absolutely dream life. And I'm so grateful for this dream life. Now my goal has become helping as many people as I can be where I am today, because it's just incredible. But then thinking about this, I always ask myself, why not everyone is doing it? It's just so easy to do it. It's crazy to me to think that there are so many people that they're struggling to reach the end of the month. They do a job that they hate. They report to a boss that they absolutely hate because they wake up without a smile. They go to work on a Monday because Monday is absolutely terrible. It's the start of the week. For me, one Monday, it's an absolutely amazing day, and I love it because it's the start of a new week, new ideas, new posting schedule, new videos to make. And I'm like, wow, that's mind-blowing to think that there are people that are not happy. And I'm saying people to say 90% of the population, because at the end of the day, all my friends are not super happy with their job. And obviously there are a bunch of people that they're happy with the 9 to 5, they want to grow their career, they want to climb the corporate ladder, and this is totally fine. I'm super happy for those people. But I'm also thinking about all the remainings that are not happy with the job. They want to change their life. They want to make more money and just be happier and be more free. Because at the end of the day, I'm earning quite a bit of money, but it's not huge. I could make way more money working in banking, but I have the freedom, which quite a few of my friends that work in banking don't have, because they need to go, again, 9 to 5 every day. They need to show up very early. They need to go to bed extremely late because they need to do the 12 hours of work every day. I'm like, what is life, bro? That's not life. That's not freedom. I want my freedom. I want to be able to go wherever I want. I want to be able to travel as much as I can and earning while I do so. Sounds crazy, but that's absolutely possible. And so if we think back on my question, which is the biggest question that I want to try to solve in this video, is like, why people don't start? Why not everybody's doing it? Because at the end of the day, social media and algorithms are machines. So there is no one behind saying, okay, this person will not grow. This person actually I like, let's make it grow. And then this one, oh no, let's not give it any follower. That's not like that. It's an algorithm that rewards the best content. The content that is the most engaging. Content is interesting and valuable for an audience. So now I'm talking about you that you're watching right now. There is only one thing that is stopping you to start from social media, and this is the fear. You are scared. But the good thing is, you're not the only one. It's actually 99.9% of the people out there. They always have a dream, they want to do something, but they are scared. And this kind of fear can be described in many different ways. Now, when talking globally, there is two reasons why people usually fail on social media. The first one, which is about 50% of the population, is because they never start. The second one, which is about 49.9% of the population, is about those who give up too soon. Maybe they decide that they want to start, so they start making their first TikTok. They do the second video, they do the third video, but then they're a little bit tired and then they forget the fourth day. So they go in the fifth one and they're like, you know what, it's Friday, I'm not gonna do it, I need to travel. Then maybe it's Saturday and they're like, you know what, I already lost 2 days, so I'm gonna lose also the third one. And they give up too soon. Oh, but this thing doesn't work. Oh, but I made 3 videos and I put so much effort in these 3 videos, but then no one went viral. So there's no point keep going, right? And then there is the remaining 0.01% of the population. They succeed. And you know why they succeed? Because they start and they don't stop. So let me say it again. They start and they don't stop. They don't give up. That's really the difference between those who can make it and those who cannot make it, and then they'll just be always thinking about what if this could be successful? What if I could have a life that I love, that I can travel, that I can do what I like for the rest of my life and earn money while doing that, and then maybe grow a family in the best place in the world and decide to move house every 3 months. Now, I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming those 99.9% of the population because they can't make it on social media. It's not entirely your fault, because now I'm gonna explore and try to explain a few reasons of why people, they either give up too soon or they decide to never start because they're scared. It's really all about fear. And when talking about social media and in general the online world, there are a few reasons of why you might be scared. And the first one being the fear of judgment. So you are scared that people will judge you because you decide to start making TikToks. It's super common, probably is the most common reason of why people never start, or maybe they give up because they make 5 videos but then it doesn't go viral, so oh, well, I suck, so I'm not gonna do it. That's not how it works. Let's put it that way. People will judge you, okay? People will judge you. Who cares about these people? Are they gonna pay for your rent? Are they gonna pay you for the bills? Are they living your life? No, they're living their life. And they're gonna probably forget in about 5 minutes. And if not 5 minutes, in 24 hours, no one will talk about you anymore. And if they judge you, let them judge you. Who freaking cares about them? I personally suffered a lot from this because when I was young, I always wanted to be the best at everything. I wanted to be the best in school, I wanted to be the best in sport, and every time I was coming second, I would suffer like crazy because I'm like, oh, what other people would think about me, that now I'm not the best anymore, I'm not that guy that is good at volleyball. And you know what? No one was caring at all. No one would care about me if I would come second, if I will come last. Yeah, they would say something, oh, yeah, Simon is not first one this time, just because they knew that I was getting pissed because of it, but that's it. They did not care, and no one can remember now when I arrived second, third, or last. Who cares? At the end of the day, there is this thing called the spotlight effect. And we think that people have way more attention on us than they actually have. People usually are very selfish. So they think about themselves, they think about their career, they think about their perspective, and about you, I'm sorry, but no one cares. And also, you know what? Now that I became successful on Instagram and I managed to travel the world every single week in a different location completely for free or even paid for it, do you know who's judging me? Absolutely no one. And do you know that everybody is freaking jealous about my life and everyone wants to come with me and they're messaging me, hey, if you have another +1 that time, then I'm free, you know, feel free to send me a message. Yeah. People are just too selfish. So if you think that people will judge you and you're scared about what your friends will say, they literally won't care. And if they're a true friend, they're gonna support you. They're gonna help you. Whenever you're gonna ask them, hey, can you help me make a video? Come and say yes. Trust me, no one is judging me right now, even though before maybe they would do it because I was posting on TikTok, but I couldn't care less. And then there is another reason of why people might not even start or maybe give up too soon, and they think that they are not knowledgeable enough to then share it on social media. But there is a fundamental problem here. You are not putting yourself in front of everybody else, telling that you are an absolute expert and you are the best in that subject. That's not how it works. You can be just interested in a topic and you just talk about that on Instagram or TikTok. You make videos about what you're passionate about. You're not making videos because you want to show off, saying that you're the expert, that you want awards, that you are a Guinness World Record holder. That's not like that. You can be a complete beginner and then you just share everything that you learn every day from the books you read, from the website that you scroll through, from other creators, and then you learn things, you put things together, you create your own ideas on whatever topic and niche that you want to talk about. And sometimes because you think that you're not knowledgeable enough, you just decide to step backward and just mute yourself and don't talk because you don't want to let the people know that you don't know enough. Also, there is another interesting fact that I found out when I started posting on social media more complicated tutorials on photography, Photoshop, videography. And this is about the fact that 90% or more, probably way more, of people that actually look at Instagram and TikTok are less knowledgeable than you, are complete beginners. So I made a few courses with iPhone Photography School. They are the leader in iPhone photography education. They have hundreds of thousands of students. And I made two courses with them. One is iPhone videography and the other one is mobile video editing. Now, the interesting fact is that when I started building these courses, I would literally try to be as complicated as possible, try to explain some techniques and then some editing tools and then some angles, some transition, some movement. Then I show them the project and they're like, absolutely not. Like, no, we need to start from how to turn on the phone, open the camera app and click and slide on video. You know, that's like crazy because that's so easy. And they're like, you know what? 90% of our audience is complete beginners. They just want to learn how to take a basic video without having maybe the iPhone that is completely tilted or without, showcasing some random stuff. They just want to know extremely basic stuff. And I'm like, damn, that's so true. Even on my Instagram, the content that is the most basic works best. Obviously, you don't want to be too repetitive, so you don't want to show people every single time how to turn on the phone and then you need to tap on the camera app and then go to video. Obviously, you need to progress somehow, but don't assume that people know more than you because majority are complete beginners and they want to know the basics. And that's a great way to start for beginners on Instagram. You just have a passion, you have your work, you want to show and create content about that passion, that niche, just do it and do with the basic. Whatever you learned first or whatever you're learning even on a daily basis, you don't have to be complicated, you don't have to be super knowledgeable, you don't have to go into details or be too technical. Also because if you're going to be too technical, it's going to be super difficult to grow an audience because there's going to be a very small percentage of people interested in that technicality level. And then there is the other fear that we have whenever we think about social media and whenever we think about this algorithm, and this is the fear of unknown. And I totally get it. Like the difference between working for someone is that you're certain that you're gonna have a certain salary every month coming in. Whereas with the social media, you just don't know. Because last year, for example, I had 6 months where I had no requests. So for 6 months, I almost didn't earn money. Then I have some side revenue stuff because my course is on Skillshare, and then I was a partner with another company, so I was getting money anyway. But on the brand's perspective, I didn't get any deal for 6 months. But then the first 6 months of this year, I made a lot of money that will last me for probably another year. And this fear of the unknown is very typical, especially because at the end of the day, Instagram creators that are full-time like myself, we are like entrepreneurs, whereas employees, they know that they need to do that job and then at 5 they're done, then they go home and the 25th of any month they're receiving the salary. They know they can plan their life, they know when they can go on holiday, and that's it. But then on the other hand, the beauty of social media and why I'm so passionate about this and I feel everyone can do it is because you can take your time. It doesn't have to be something that you have to do full time. You can take literally 1 hour, 30 minutes every day. One day you come up with an idea, the other day you can record it and then you edit it. Then you can do, for example, in 1 hour, you can bang out 3 videos and then you have 3 different videos for 3 different days. So you can post all the 3 videos in the same day. It's totally up to you. It's completely self-paced. Obviously, I always suggest that at the beginning, if you want to start, you have to have the time for at least 1 video per day for 3 months or 6 months better. This, I think, is the minimum requirement. But that's the beauty of it. You don't have to invest like a crazy amount of time to make it happen. You can make it quite easily and just take your time doing it alongside your full-time job. And that's key because you don't need to earn an income from Instagram right away. You can just take your time, do it part-time. That's why it's so powerful for me. Then there is another problem, which it's quite difficult to understand. And what you see on social media many times is somebody that goes viral and you think that you need to go viral in the first 3 videos, otherwise it's a fail. Well, this is a myth of success. The reality is that the majority of creators take a very, very long time before they become successful. For me to get the first viral video, it took 4 months, which is actually very little because I started very early in the TikTok early days. But then to start earning money, it took me more than basically 2 years to actually make a full-time living. I have another friend who took only 8 months to earn more than me. So it's different from person to person. But then, if you start on social media, it's important that you understand and you really believe that it takes long time to make it. Now, the best and the beauty, what we said, is that you can do it part-time, so you can take your own time. In the span of 6 months, 12 months, 16 months, maybe 24 months, your life can truly change. So don't believe that it can be an instant success. No, it doesn't believe it. These are like rare occasions where there's someone that posts 3 videos and then it goes viral. This doesn't happen normally, so forget about that. Just put yourself in the mindset that it's gonna take a long time, but it's gonna be a fun ride. It's not gonna be extremely painful. You don't have to wait and like lift 50 kgs. You're just doing your passion and you're recording it and making videos about that. It's fun because at the end of the day, you don't have to create 100 videos in one go. You can take your time. You can create 1 video a day, maybe 3 videos per week if you don't have time to start. And then slowly you can pick up the pace. You're gonna become better at it. You can learn tricks to make faster videos. You can learn how to batch content creation, to generate more ideas, to come up with better video concepts, and so on and so forth. So it's not about big leaps, but it's about small steps. And remember, this is a marathon, it's not a sprint. So you don't wanna start with one day making 10 videos, and then for 1 week, for 1 month, for 6 months, you're gonna burn out and you're not gonna do anything else. Super important, just small steps. That's the beauty of it. And don't be scared to be judged again just because your videos suck at the beginning. It's totally normal. Everybody starts somewhere. Even my videos, when I look at them right now, they're absolutely terrible. But then I made a presentation the other day to a company and I actually showed my first video. It was so cringe. It was just a bunch of photos put together with the music in the background for my dad's 40th birthday. And it was amazing to see. I'm like, wow, I grew so much. And that's also what's important, is the growth that you have with social media, with creating videos, because you become better. You learn so many things. It's a new skill that you need to learn, right? Unless you're a pro videographer, and maybe if you're a pro, that's even better because you're gonna have an advantage. But most people don't have an advantage. They just start with their smartphone and then they're gonna start with CapCut. There's so many courses out there that can give you the first direction. I have courses too, but I'm not gonna sell you courses because you can also learn for free on YouTube. Obviously, I believe in courses because it's a much faster way, because I'll give you a structured approach on what I learned in many, many years. So if you want to learn with a course, they're super cheap, and even mine are not expensive at all. So I can teach you how to build a studio like that. I can teach you how to take good, great videos with your iPhone only or with your Android. It doesn't matter. I can show you and teach you how to edit great videos. But at the end of the day, you can learn those skills also for free on YouTube or paid with courses. But then it's all about the willingness to really work hard long term, doing something fun that you like, putting your passion out there. And then eventually you're gonna make it happen and start having a freaking amazing life. If I made it, you can make it. And I come from a very small village in the north of Italy, where everybody is taught since a very young age that you just need to graduate, you go to university, then you find a job and you stick with it until you freaking die. When I'm gonna be 65, the pension age is gonna be like 72. And then at 72, you have like 4 years or like 8 years left. Like, do you wanna live your life at 72? That's not me. I want to live my life right now. This is when I'm enjoying. So what do you have to lose right now? Maybe a bit of time. Yes, obviously there is some sacrifices that you have to do if you want to make it. But it's just like, I want you to believe in yourself because it's truly possible. If I made it happen, you can make it happen. Now start getting those courses in, watch YouTube videos and practice and start posting on social media. Give yourself a time frame, but give yourself enough time and don't give up too soon. Remember, the only two reasons why people fail to get a dream life is either you don't start or you give up too soon. So if you want an easy formula to succeed on social media, is the following one: just start and don't stop. There's zero chances that if you put in the effort, you're not gonna make it. Remember, the algorithm is a machine. There's no one judging you that can tell you and that can point the finger at you and say like, no, you're not doing it. That doesn't happen. Obviously, this whole channel is all about Instagram growth. So if you wanna have more tips, feel free to subscribe and like the video, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.